Hello, my lovelies. I know it's been like a month since I recorded last, but I've been really, really busy. I actually started dating someone, and I'm really happy. Excuse my hair, I just got out of the shower. It's all quiet here. Dave has a date. He swears it's not a date, but it's a date, whatever. Anyway, or she swears it's not a date. I don't know. I don't care. Either way, I have the house to myself. The girls are in bed. It's nice and quiet. Um, Things are just really good right now. Um, I'm really happy. Um, Things are good here at the house. We're getting stuff done. Um, my car battery is going. Actually, it's gone. I need a new one. Every time I go somewhere, I need to get a jump on it. So next month I have to buy a new battery. It's not a big deal. So I don't know. I'm just really happy right now. Things are really great. Girls are great. They're doing great on their schoolwork. Julia's she's a little shit. She likes to pretend that she doesn't know how to read or she doesn't know letters. But when I actually write words, like write them down and I go, what's that say? What's that say? What's that say? What's that say? She tells me. So she knows how to read, but I just started her on this thing, and I'm sure that you guys are familiar with it because they show commercials for it 5,000 times a day. It's abcmouse.com. I know it's for kids younger than her, but it keeps her interested in learning, and she constantly asks to play it and constantly asks to be on it. So she does that, and of course I have Brain Pop for the older two because that's more geared for their age. They're both doing really good. Holly has gotten really interested in math, so she's been doing a lot of math lately. It's really refreshing to see like the change between last year and this year. Even Lily is more focused. She's even taken to, like, if I have to step out of the room or if I'm like in the bathroom or something and Julia has a question, she'll ask Lil and she'll help her gladly and happily. So things are really, really good here. I mean, aside from me dating someone, and it's funny because the girls are like, what's he look like? What's this? What's that? And they made a comment today, and I was like, y'all are not going to meet him until, like, it's to the point of being serious where we're, like, engaged and planning the wedding kind of serious, because I'm not the kind of person that will bring guy after guy after guy around them. Like, I know a lot of girls that do that. Oh, this is your new daddy now. Oh, this is your new daddy now. Well, my girls have only seen me really with two guys. Well, technically three if you count their father, but they were really young and they don't really remember that. Dave and a guy that I dated briefly in March. And that was a whole clusterfuck and a half, but I'm not going to go in there. I am so head over heels happy and delirious about this new guy. I'm not gonna give you guys much information about him because I do want to keep that kind of stuff private to myself. Because I don't know how he would feel about being on my blogs, and he does watch them. He said that he watched every single one of them when we first started talking. We started talking about almost a month ago. We talked online for about a week, and the chemistry was just so there that we just had to meet. He lives in my hometown, which is, like, that was my first sign. And now you guys know that I fully believe in signs, like completely believe in signs. And it's just, he's amazing. He's amazing, and I'm just so happy. I just, I can't even begin. I'm so glad you can actually start seeing the red. I colored my hair like right before my birthday, which was about a week and a half ago, and the color said red velvet, which was the color that I had was very, very, it was like really bright but deep red. and the color on the box was very similar to what I had in my hair. And when I did it, it came out really dark. Like, I mean, really dark. And I'll try to see if I can put a picture in here somewhere for that to show you. But now that I've started washing it, it's actually starting to fade, and you can actually start to see the red, which I'm happy about, because even though I had been toying with dyeing my hair black like a few months ago, I decided against it and I went with red. So, but you can actually see the red in it, which I'm happy about, because I was starting to really panic. And I figured, like, when I was in the shower washing it out and stuff, I kept like pulling the hair and I'm like, wow, this is really dark. This is really dark. And because, you know, you lose like between 40 and 100 hairs a day. That's normal. And so I was like, wow, this is really dark. This is really dark. This is really dark. And then it dried, and like the next day I was devastated. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Oh my God. And it's starting to fade finally. I'm so glad. But things are good. I keep saying that, but that's what I mean. They're just good, and I haven't really had time, because between meeting him and talking online and then meeting him, and I haven't seen him since Friday because he's been working a lot, really late hours. He's actually hopefully getting off work. He's been working solidly. He works on the ships in Philly. I'll just say that. And he's been working really, really late hours. And so I haven't really gotten a chance to see him. But I got spoiled, because for like the first, 2.5 weeks, we were seeing each other like every other night. And I don't know. It just... Anyway. Not much else is going on aside from that. I mean, school's going well for the girls, dating him. The bestie and I have hung out a bunch. Guinness is doing well. He's over there sleeping in his cage, because we've gotten a chain for him that he can go out and play outside and be outside. But he's a pain in my ass. He had one lead that we had him outside on, and he broke it twice. He chewed through it and he broke through. And then another one, he broke the clasp. So he spent a lot of time indoors and in his cage. And so I just there's a little store near us that sells hardware stuff, and I just bought a double clip thing that I put it on the chain, and he's been spending a lot more time outside. And so by the time he comes in at night, he's exhausted, so he just lays in his crate and just snores. But if I was to call his name, he'd be like, what? He's doing really well. He's driving me crazy. There's been a few times where I thought the pound was going to be his new home, but I was like, no, can't do that. He's my dog. I wouldn't do that to the cat, so I'm not going to do that to him. Things are just really great. I mean, the girls are happy. They have friends here. They have, there's 2 little boys just moved in next door. Well, actually, technically 3, but one of them's only like 14 months old, so they don't really play with him. Then there's 2 little girls down the street that they're always playing with, and then apparently there's a couple little boys that live over here that they play with now, and so they've got kids to play with, and they're just growing up so fast. It's unreal to me. Like, I was sitting outside with Lil the other day, because it's been such beautiful weather here. Actually, all 3 of them were out. And it's been gorgeous. Like, I mean, just beautiful, beautiful weather. And, my voice is really raspy for some reason. It's been beautiful weather, and I was sitting outside the other day watching the 3 girls play, and I'm looking at Lilia, and I'm just like, I can't believe she's going to be 11 in a couple of months. And I still remember her being, just, bringing her home from the hospital, and her learning how to walk, learning how to hold her bottle, and learning how to sit up, and learning how to walk. And just, I mean, now I look at her and she's this gorgeous, happy, like, I mean, she's already starting to develop. I'm in deep shit. um, and Holly and Julia, same. They're getting so big, and I can't, honestly, I can't believe how big they're getting. And they're just, it makes me proud to be their mom. They're so good. They're so healthy. They're so polite. They're so, they behave so well. I mean, with everything, they're resilient with everything we've been through in the last year since before we moved down here, and everything like that. It's just, I cannot ask for greater kids. Like, they are my joy. They are my life, and they are absolutely ecstatic that I finally am dating somebody that makes me happy. Lilia has been bugging me and bugging me and bugging me and bugging me and bugging me for like the last year or two. You need to meet somebody so you can get married again. And I asked her one day, I'm like, why do you want me to get married again so badly? She goes, because weddings are fun. I'm like, well, that's all well and good, but weddings are expensive. Yeah, she just wants to see me happy, and with somebody, because everybody that she loves around her, adult wise, they all have spouses and boyfriends and girlfriends, and I guess she just wants to see me happy. So when I told her that I had a boyfriend or whatever, she was like, really? Like, she got this big smile on her face, and she's just, everybody is so happy for me. They're just like, oh my God, the pictures that he and I have taken together, they're just like, oh my God, you look so happy. You look like you're, the genuine smile. And I'm just like, he makes me happy. He's an amazing guy. He's an amazing guy. I couldn't ask for a better guy. He's never been married. He doesn't have any kids of his own. Something happened a long time ago I'm not going to go into, but he doesn't have any kids. But he's okay with the fact that I have kids. It was the same thing with Dave. He didn't have kids of his own, and he was okay that I had kids. So he treats me, oh my God, he treats me so good. He, when he calls me and I answer the phone, he goes, hey, beautiful. Or, when he texts me, he's like, hey, gorgeous, what are you doing? Like, that kind of stuff. It just makes me feel good, like, it feels good to finally have met somebody that not only do I have so much in common with, but I'm able to be myself, my whole crazy fucked up self sometimes, and he's still here. He's dealt with 2 of my little flip out breakdowns about stuff, and he's still here. Like, I asked him the other day, are you sure you want to be with somebody that's blah 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 blah? And he's just like, am I gone? No, I'm still here. So stop it. And it's just, I mean, I'm so happy. I can't even. He's amazing. And he makes me smile. And when I get a text from him, or I get a phone call from him, or I see him, it lights my world up. And I'm so blessed that I finally got another one. And honestly, and I told him this too, because I tell him everything. Like, I feel like I'm able to tell him anything. And I'm able to tell him anything. And he's just like, cool. Or, whatever. The night of our first date, I was driving to where we were meeting. And I have a picture of Cameron in my dashboard. And even though it was pitch dark outside, I kind of glanced down at where it was. I was like, all right, Cameron, got to give me some help here. Got to give me a sign. And one thing about Cameron that a lot of people don't know is that when he and I when we first got together, I am not who I was before. Like, now I'm like, if he suddenly was resurrected and came back to life, like, he would have no idea who I was. But when he and I were together, I was a worry wart. I worried about every fucking thing. Like, I could not, I couldn't stop worrying about stuff. And I was always worried what people were thinking about me, and I was always worried about what people were saying and everything like that. And it just, he just took the shit in stride. He would just grip me up in a nice tight hug and be like, don't worry, babe, everything's going to be okay. And for the longest time, that's all he would say. And then, towards the end, he would say, he would add, don't worry, you may not know when, you may not know how, but everything's going to be okay. So I'm driving to meet my boyfriend on the night of our first date, and I look down at the picture, and I'm like, all right, Cameron, you need to give me a sign or something here. You got to let me know if this is all right. Because, online, like, the chemistry was amazing. Like, we talked about everything. We have so much in common. It's unreal. Like, even down to the TV shows that we watch. Like, that's odd that I would have the same, TV shows in common. But anyway, so I was driving, and nothing happened that night, but when we met, it was just like, it was amazing. Like, it felt like we had been dating for 6 months. Like, it was just that easy. And then we, like a day or two later, something happened, and I was really upset. And I was kind of conflicted about some stuff, and I was freaking out, and we were texting back and forth, and he's like, are you okay? You're not acting like yourself. You're not talking like yourself. You seem like you're a little off today. And it's just, yeah, I got a bunch on my mind. I got stuff going on. I don't know. I kind of feel out of sorts, and I was freaking out a little bit. And he's just like, well, you know what? Seems to me like you could really use a tight hug and be told that everything's going to be okay. I started crying when he said that. Seriously, I started crying because I was like, all right, Cameron, I got it. And then there was another sign, and I was like, all right, I guess just in case I didn't catch the first one. Cameron had a thing about French maid uniforms. He thought they were hot as hell. Like, they were his favorite thing. You know how some guys are like the cheerleader and some guys are the schoolgirl or whatever. Well, his was the French maid uniform. And he and I were talking on the phone one day, and we were joking around, and that's how I said, I like to clean other people's houses or something like that. I don't remember what I said. And he's like, oh, well, good, you can come clean my house. And we were just joking around, and he goes, yeah, I'll even get you a French maid uniform, and we can hang it in the closet for when you're here. And I was just like, all right, Cameron, I got it. I got the sign. I got it, okay. And then another couple ones happened, and I was like, okay, I got it already. I understand. He's the one, It was just like, wow, okay, Cameron, enough. I got it. I got the hint. And it's just, we've had a few, moments of rough patches and a few, hard days or whatever, but things are really great, and I'm just so happy, and things, they're going slow, and it's fine, and we both are in severe like with each other, and he's told me that he cares about me a lot, and I care about him a lot, and I'm falling for him like crazy. But anyway, so that's basically what's going on. Things are really, really, really good. Things are happy. The girls are great. They're doing well in school so far. Their focus is right on, when we start school in the morning, I don't have to fight with them. They just go and do it. They don't bug me for breaks. They don't, I'm telling you, the difference between last year and this year, it's just so much different. So much more different. And I think also it had to do with the fact that last year, the end of, from basically October till June, we had moved and lived so many different places that it was really difficult for them to focus. But now that we're in our own place and everything like that, it's, you know, it's good now. So anyway, it's 20 minutes and I'm going to go because I think he might be getting off shortly and I want to talk on the phone with him. So. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. I promise it will not be another month before I record again. Be well, be safe. And I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.